Wolf 420. Ha 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 ha. And what's up, YouTube?
Meta!
Whoa.
Check it out, dude! The house is full of ghosts, dude! What are we gonna do?
Ah!
Ah!
Yeah. Gotta love fake iron swords, dude.
Dude,
You okay, dude?
what are we gonna do about all these ghosts, dude?
I'm gonna go tell him in person to leave.
Scream, dude? Don't do it!
Too late now.
What? Meta! What the fuck, dude?
Alright. Let's find the ghosts. Whoa. What the fuck? Fuck. Wolf 420. Metal Wolf, is it? Old school
What?
Shinobi Wolf. The fuck? What the fuck are you doing here? That's fucking right. Old school Shinobi Wolf is now dead. The last wolf to die became the new death. Wow. Cool story, bro. Well, I want you to to get rid of the ghosts in my house. Help them go free. Fine. I'll let them go. You see, very fucking unfortunately, I have to send you back. Because you're important. You have work to do, Metal Wolf. What do you mean? I'll be seeing you. Goodbye. Because of this reason, I had to send my foe, Wolf 420, back. Turn around. You'll find your fantasy. Dream a dream. You'll fly in fantasy. I forgot all of the words in the verse, but I'll just go on singing till I get to this beginning for the punchline. Oh, it's a never-ending story. Oh, never-ending story. Oh, never-ending story. Oh.
Meta, come back, dude! Meta! Dude! Whoa, Meta, dude! What happened?
Whoa. Well, I crossed over and I talked to Death, and he released all the spirits, and he sent me back, gave me a message. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
is up, YouTube? Wolf 420 here. Welcome back to another Wolf 420 Supernatural Review. Season 13, Episode 5, Advanced Thanatology. And let's get into this. But before we do that, just like my new hat, it's really cool. I was shopping and, I seen it on the shelf and, it was I seen the rack of, fuzzy ear hats and I was like, okay, neat. I wanted to mess around and put one on my head. But then I seen the fuzzy ear wolf hat and I was like, oh, nope, snatch on my head. I'm buying this bitch. Gotta have it. Cause it's cool. Cause Wolf 420, But anyways, let's get into this episode, shall we? Which is Supernatural, Season 13, Episode 5, Advanced Thanatology, and let's begin. So the episode starts off with a couple of, young kids doing a YouTube video with, video cameras and everything, and they're going to a creepy old haunted house creepy old house, and it turns out the place is fucking really haunted, because it always is, you stupid little bastards! But anyways, yeah. So they go into this creepy haunted house, and the fucking ghost shows up, starts drilling a motherfucking kid's skull, and it's like, what the fuck? And I just heard a fucking police siren outside. Whatever. It's like, whoa, dude. This ghost is drilling people's skulls and shit. That's totally uncool, man. So, to do that, it cuts to the Supernatural logo, and, then it goes to the bunker, and Dean's eating a sandwich, making a sandwich. Sam walks into the kitchen, talking to him, and gets him a beer, and he's being extra nice to Dean, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Well, it turns out Sammy found a case, and, he decides that him and Dean should go check it out, by themselves. And Dean's like, what are we gonna do with Jack? And Sam's like, well, he just got into my old fantasy DVDs, and, he's gonna be there a while, so we can go do this case, and, just the two of us. I thought we could use, the time together, and, Sammy's being really nice, and it's kind of trippy, whoa, dude, what's going on here? Is there, something going on? It's weird. It's really weird. So anyways, yeah, Sammy says he's just getting into all my old fantasy DVDs, Red Sonja, Beastmaster 1 and 2, and I'm like, I remembered those. Wow, dude. Can't believe I've been watching this show for 13 years, but oh my god. Those are some old fucking titles he brought up, dude. And Red Sonja was an awesome movie, man. It was, this awesome badass fantasy warrior chick, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and, I think, Ernie Reyes Jr., yeah, and John Rhys Davies. It was a good movie. Yeah. It's kinda neat. So, yeah. They go off on the case, and, turns out, Sam is, still being really nice to Dean. They're investigating everything. They talk to a witness and they figure out what's going on, and, then, it's the end of the day, and Sam says, let's go to the strip club, and Dean's like, you never want to go to the strip club. The last time you got a lap dance, it was a birthday present paid for by me, and you sat there trying to convince the girl to go to med school the whole time. Oh, it's Sammy. He's fun, man. He's fun. He's cool. Yeah. So, they do that, and, Sam wakes up in the morning, and, Dean's got a fucking bra around his neck and his tie around his head. like a headband and sunglasses on, and he's passed out, snoring on the floor, and it was a funny scene to see. And Sammy goes out and he looks at him, and he goes out to do some more investigating, and Dean finally shows up, or he finally comes back to Dean, and Dean's getting breakfast at the hotel, and Sammy's like, talking to him, and found out the case. Oh yeah, it was revealed that, Sammy said, was being nice to Dean because of what he said to him in the last episode. Cause, last episode, the episode before that, Dean was being a total dickhead. Last episode, he apologized for being a dickhead. Jack used his powers to save him all, and, Dean commended Jack, and it was kind of really funny because Dean said, I'm sorry I've been being such a dick, and I was just saying that. I was just calling you a dick. Yeah, it's funny. Anyways. So, it turns out all the stuff he said at the end, though, like, I need you to keep the faith for both of us, I have no faith in anything right now, and, all this crazy stuff, and, so, Dean is, Sam's like, I've been, that's why he was being nice to him, and Dean's like, I'm just gonna get through this with a lot of drinking, and, a lot of bullets, booze, bullets, bacon, and booze. A lot of booze. Yeah. So, they continue on like that. Eventually they find out the ghost in the house, and it was fairly quick that they resolved this ghost issue. It was fairly quick. Like, I'm trying to figure out, wow, this is only like the first commercial break, and, they resolved this ghost issue. Turns out it was an old doctor who used to just lobotomize his patients in a nut ward, and then he'd take them home and treat them. It's kind of crazy. So turns out that the masks of the old doctor were these old I was like, oh my god, it's the Vulture Dude doctor mask things like supervillains would wear. And, it turns out all the masks were what the spirit was tied to, and they got rid of that spirit. Well, it turns out that the house is full of fucking spirits, all because of the doctor's experiments and their body, they died, and he's experimenting, and whoa. So the house is full of fucking ghosts. And Dean decides, very drastically, extreme measures, I'm just gonna kill my fucking self and go to find out where the bodies are so we can get rid of these ghosts. And I'm like, what the fuck? Isn't that really extreme, dude? It's like I did in my intro skit. I paralleled this episode with my intro skit a little bit, and I was just like, and dude will be all like, isn't that a little extreme, dude? But, it got cut off. And it was just like, extreme, dude? Don't do it, It was funny. And I run myself through the sword and everything. It was funny. I loved it. It was a great skit. So, turns out Dean went to go, talk to the ghosts. Turns out the kid, died. The ghost had come back, and the kid had one of the ghost's masks in his backpack. The ghost came, got him, and, all that shit. It was sad. And so Dean's about to come back, but then he can't. And Sam's all panicking and trying to get Dean to wake up, and he's not waking up. And, earlier on, as Dean crossed over to talk to the ghosts, a Reaper was there, and he's like, hi, I'm Dean, I'm busy, and then she's holy crap, and she takes off, and she starts yelling, and what's really awesome about this, though, is they showed us the Vale, where the Reaper and Death and all that live, and, the last episode, the big empty, they showed us the empty. This episode, they show us the veil. It's like, holy shit, dude, this is awesome. They're, going into these other worlds, and that's like part of the joke I made. Is like, they're going into they're showing the rest of the other realms, and it's like, this could just keep going on and on forever. They didn't even, but we'll get to that. So he's in the veil, and it turns out that Billy, the Reaper, that once told them that they are done coming back, and she was going to throw them out into the empty the next time they died. And, it turns out Billy, the Reaper, is now death. Because it's explained that the next Reaper to die after, Death is killed becomes the next Death. And so she comes, it was really tight, black robe and scythe. She's like a total real, like, Shinigami there. Grim Reaper there. Wires crossed. She's hot. I like Billy, especially in the Reaper robe with the scythe. She was hot. And when she first appeared, she was singing that Whoa, Whoa, Death song. And that was sexy. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So, eventually she is talking to Dean, and Dean makes a selfless wish to free the ghosts. She does. But then she's like, no, you're important. You have work to do. And believe me, I'm not thrilled about having to know the necessity of any human, especially a Winchester, but goodbye, Dean. She sends him back as Dean's just about to ask about his mom. She didn't tell him nothing. They're keeping that shit secret. But, so it turns out he tells Sam about all this, and Sam asks him if he's alright, and Dean's all like, I'm not alright, And, I've heard people complain, that they're showing too much mythology, and, they're showing too much, they're repeating these emotional cycles over and over and over again. I'm not okay. I'm ready to give up. Fuck it all. I want to stop. And, I've heard people complain about this being a repeated thing in the show, but fucking what? You're missing the entire point of the show, man. You're missing the entire point of the show. The entire point of the show is to always keep fighting. That's why a lot of times they use My Wayward Son as the theme music between scenes. Because the point of the show is to always keep fighting. And this is why the show is going so long. Because it always keeps fighting. And it's a parallel, it's a message to those dealing with, depression and such, to just, keep going, keep fighting. Fight to the last man. Always keep fighting and carry on. Keep calm and carry on. And it's a beautiful message. So, yeah. You may want to complain that they recycle these emotional cycles, but, it always happens, for everybody. Everybody recycles their emotional cycles over and over and over. Yeah. Just something to think about. But this is coming from a fanboy who can find no fault in anything he enjoys and believe everything that anything I enjoy tells me. So, whatever. Wolf 420's fanboy reviews. This time, Supernatural, Season 13, Episode 5, Advanced Thanatology. And all in all, I want to say, excellent fucking episode. And, a lot of cool shit was revealed. And there's always a great deep message to the show all the time. And, And it's wonderful. And also, Dean and Castiel reunite. And as they look at each other, and both of them, single man tear, I'd be weeping myself if I was not remembering the comicalness of that one episode at one time with the musical. Play that the girls were making that Sam and Dean had to protect. But I remember that episode too, and that one. Yeah. Anyways, enough about that. Wonderful, beautiful moment. Dean and Castiel. Destiel. Nah, just kidding. No, but a wonderful moment. And it's great. Cass is back. Dean's got his win that he was just saying that he needed so badly. And there's more yet to come. And I'm hyped for next episode. This season has been amazing. It's probably because I binged the entire show recently. And, I just, realized, and I've been watching, like, convention stuff, and I always want to go to Comic-Con and shit. It would be awesome. Yeah. So, anyways, all in all, Supernatural Season 13, Episode 5, Advanced Thanatology, excellent episode, as always. And, yeah, so that'll be that. Wolf 420, and, always keep fighting, be excellent to each other, have an awesome day, and, as always, peace the fuck out.